What's up, guys? It's the new year. My girlfriend, uh, she came in and cleaned the office, and I can't find any of my podcasting equipment. So that's why I have a shitty feed here, and I don't have my microphone either. Um, I'll certainly find that stuff for the next stream. Um, but for right now, I said I'm hopping on at 5. It's 10:05. I might as well hop on, talk some everything UFC to UFC Vegas 67. I'm on the pay-per-view cards already. It's a good card. It's falling apart. It's falling apart right in our eyes. It's a little disappointing that that's happening, but we had the whole card broke down. I'm excited from a gambling aspect. I already put out 3 plays in the Discord. That's the first thing I want to get out there is that our Discord I'm going to really push for our Discord. It's the best community going. Right now, I just started, I think, 3 or 4 new contests that you can sign up for right now. One's going to be the Super Bowl squares. So you can buy squares. They're getting filled up. So there's 100 squares. You could buy as many as you want. Most people know how Super Bowl squares work. If not, I do have the instructions on how to sign up and payout structure and everything in the Discord. We also have Super Bowl prop sheets. I run this every year. So Super Bowl prop sheets is I just get all the props for the Super Bowl. And once I get those prop sheets going, you just pick which props you think hits. And the person who gets the most correct wins the pool. I think I have it 80% going to first, 20% going to second for that. So a couple cool things. Then we have season 3 starting up with our Survivor pool. That'll be really cool. Everyone likes the Survivor. We've gotten good turnouts for that. Season 2 is lasting forever. There's only a few people left, so I set a hard date that season 3 of the Survivor pool will start for the Islam Makhachev card. We use League Safe. We don't need any man-pre incidents here, so we use League Safe to keep the money and everyone gets paid out. We've paid out thousands of dollars already. But let's get into this card. So first things first, we got the main event. It was supposed to be Kelvin Gastelum versus Imavov. That unfortunately got canceled because Gastelum broke his face. I don't know why someone threw a flying knee in practice, but unfortunately somebody did, and Kevin Gastelum paid the price. But Imavov, he's one of the better prospects in the middleweight division. He's 6'3", good frame for the division. He's the much bigger fighter for Kelvin Gastelum. Coming into this fight against Strickland, he should still be, I think he's slightly bigger, 1 inch taller. But the fight being at 205 only helps Sean Strickland because he doesn't have to cut that weight. Imavov was already in the middle of his cut. I'm sure he's happy to not cut that weight. But this is a bad matchup for Imavov. Imavov has power in his hands, but he doesn't have the volume, and I don't think he has the gas tank to keep up with someone like Sean Strickland. It's very difficult to keep up with someone like Sean Strickland. I think Strickland breaks down Imavov. And we've seen Imavov gas before. I think we see it again. And Sean Strickland possibly gets a late finish. I know it's Sean Strickland. He doesn't finish anybody. But I like Sean Strickland here. And he opened at plus 100. I opened it up on Twitter. I thought that Strickland, especially by the time the line dropped on DraftKings, I thought Strickland would be the favorite. It hasn't flipped just yet. He's at plus 100. But I expect that to continue to trend in Strickland's way. Next fight up is Dan Ige versus Damon Jackson. This is an interesting one. I really thought I was going to be on Damon Jackson going into tape study. After tape study, Jackson is hittable, and Ige does have power. He got that 50K power, and I'm not willing to trust Damon Jackson's chin in this fight. I do think he's got the wrestling, and he knows it. He said in his pre-fight interviews that he's been working on his wrestling. He knows he needs that wrestling to work in this fight for him to win. He also said he's working on straight down the line punches. I think that has to do with how we saw Evloev fight Dan Ige. Evloev threw straight punches, and everything Evloev threw seemed to hit Dan Ige. So he's pretty hittable too, but he's more durable. Damon Jackson, he needs to wrestle. He needs to get this fight to the mat quick to win this fight. I'm not sure he does. I said in my written breakdown, if you guys follow that, whoever wins this fight is going to look like they should have been minus 400. Someone's getting finished, and that's the prop I like. Right now, it's at plus 120. You can get fight doesn't go the distance for this one, and that's something I really like. Speaking of, another bet I like is Punahele Soriano versus Roman Kopylov. I like Soriano here. He's the exact kind of guy that I like to bet on. A natural athlete, very, very strong. He's got a weird physique. His back is just enormous, and it makes him look kind of weird. But he's nasty. Soriano, he's got power in his hands, natural athlete. And the thing I like that I heard this from him in his pre-fight is he said he might wrestle. He's going to go out there, be aggressive, and wrestle when necessary. And if he does that against Roman Kopylov, he's going to dominate this fight. Roman Kopylov has terrible weakness on the ground. He looks fine when he's standing, but on the ground, Roman is susceptible to getting finished. And a guy like Soriano that has nasty ground and pound, I think he puts Roman Kopylov out. Right now, the prop for inside the distance on Puna is around, I think, plus 120. But you can get Puna by TKO at like plus 175, which I think is a great bet. Going down the card, Ketlin Vieira versus Raquel Pennington. This one has the MMA cappers torn, it seems like. So many people like Ketlin Vieira, and I'm not one of them. She's slow. She's okay. She hits really hard for the division, has good takedowns. She definitely lost to Holly Holm. That pissed me off. I know you guys saw me go on a Twitter tirade about that. We lost a lot of money on that. That should have been a huge night for us, and the judges robbed us. But Ketlin Vieira, I think she gets beat up by Rocky here.